80 years ago, the Anzac Memorial was given a very grand opening.
And a crowd of 100,000 people, including 25,000 soldiers who had marched from the Domain, gathered here for the opening. And the story of its construction, in that story it represents the spirit of remembrance which sustained our young nation for so long during very dark years. At the first anniversary, after the landing at Gallipoli and the losses there was an upswell of public support for a permanent memorial in Sydney. With many thousands lying in distant graves, communities across Australia sought their solace in community remembrance. By the end of the war, a fund had been established, set up for the creation of this memorial, and it had raised a grand total of £60,000. Building of the memorial commenced during the Great Depression, which indicates, I think, the commitment of our nation to this memorial during a period of great economic hardship. On the 24th of November 1934, 80 years ago today, the memorial was officially opened by His Royal Highness Prince Henry, the Duke of Gloucester.
Oh, it was a big, exciting moment for me because in those days we were only schoolgirls. I was a friend of Portia Della, the architect's only child at that time. I think we were about 11 or 12 when the opening ceremony was to be held, and the Duke and Duchess of Gloucester had come to Sydney to open it officially.
Today we have a much smaller but of course equally respectful gathering, and we reflect on the hundreds of thousands of lives lost during the First World War. And if I could couple it with my comments on Remembrance Day, this period of reflection is a period to generate a new legacy.
This enabled the next generation to keep a promise to the First World War generation that we will remember them.
Let us reflect on how we can continue to remember our forebears and how we keep the spirit of remembrance alive, meaningful and inclusive for a diverse and contemporary nation and for the generations to come.